Hello everyone, today we are making a fantastic anemone piece. It's been a while since I've been in my studio, so I'm going to use some of my favorite techniques ever for this one. The original piece is on sale now on my website abcreativeofficial.com. Let's get right into it. Now I'm back at my studio. I've been away for over a month and I must say I did miss some things, and I was thinking, what did I miss the most? I think my baby glue gun, even though it's not the most precise tool, but I missed it, and my crazy hairdryer. I'll do some pouring using both. I went for a little walk and I've noticed some beautiful flowers, and as you know, I am mainly inspired by nature. These were Japanese anemones and I thought they were so pretty, so I'm sketching a couple here. This is just baking paper, but you can sketch them on anything. And I'm going over my first design. This is actually 1B pencil, but 4B pencil will be better because you can transfer your image easily. I very often draw individual flowers and then put them together on my canvas, because I've noticed that when I start sketching on the canvas, I make mistakes and I rub it off. I don't like it. So I prefer positioning them individually, but it's absolutely up to you. If you don't like it this way, you can draw the whole thing as it goes. Of course, you can trace from a photo. There are some free images online as well, so there's plenty to use if you don't want to draw your own. 50 by 20 long canvas. I do love them for this type of work. And now you can draw over the same lines. You can do something that I do, but lots of people don't like the noise, so you can just use your nail. So I'm just going to press it down quickly and come back. And now we have this. So one done. As you've noticed, of course, the imprint is on the other side. So if you want it on this side, you have to draw over here and press that one. Okay, the second flower. With the anemones, there are various types. I am doing the one with 5 petals. I sketched the rest quite quickly, and I think I like the composition. It's quite full. Be quite a lot of gluing, but I do like using the glue gun. Let's start. I am going to start with the easiest one because I haven't touched my glue gun for a long time. I was investigating which one would be best, and I did see a nice one, but unfortunately it's not for sale in England, so I'll have to look again. It was called Shore Bonder. I just need a precision nozzle. I think that will help me a lot. Some of you were asking whether I'm touching the canvas or just doing it in the air. I do both. Sometimes I lift it up. Sometimes I keep it dragging it on the canvas. I know some of you freeze the sticks and apparently that helps. I personally don't mind pulling it. It's kind of fun for me. But I do wait. Some of you pull it straight away, but when you pull it straight away, you're kind of removing some of the glue. So I personally leave it and then pull them once they are cold and dry. Those stems of the anemone flowers are actually pretty thin, so there's no point of me doing 2 lines. I'm just doing 1. I think that will do. I'm going to join this one now, and if it's too thin, I'm just going to go over again. If you want to have your stems straight, you have to move quickly. So this one was a bit wonky. I moved quicker here. They're almost completely round. I think I'm very pleased with the composition. I do like the way I put it together in the middle. It actually is a quite quick job, you know, once you draw it. I always listen to something, you know, and it's very relaxing. I also turn, so it's more comfortable to reach the design. Just going to finish the rest. However, I am not going to do those mid parts because I haven't decided how I want them. I might add something else and some other mixed media just to make it more exciting, so we'll see. The long stems are probably, for me, are the greatest challenge. I'll probably go over twice. Let's just remove the wispy bit. See how it becomes thinner? It's quite annoying. that I didn't want to put glue gun in the middle, but I've been thinking, what do I want in the middle? Something raised a bit higher. I don't know if I can make a proper blob, but I found these. And I wonder, are you going to guess what they are? They're just drops from the resin when, you know, I resin my pieces. Well, it just shows you what a terrible hoarder I am, because I think that anything might be useful, so I kept these. And now I think that they will make a perfect middle part. I've done quite a few designs similar to this one. I think the first one was the green Queen's Anne's lace. I did the rose, I did the tulips, I did the irises, but I haven't used my favorite color for the background. And yes, today I am going to use all blues. Blue, time for blues. Well, these are my own mixes. So I used ultramarine blue, I used Payne's grey, I used sky blue and titanium white, and I made my own mixes. So I don't even know what proportions are here, because I just mixed colors I liked. This is Payne's grey, but it's Payne's grey, white, a bit of blue, and then I intermixed them. I also have a bit of purple. That was purple with titanium white, and the lightest sky blue with a lot of white. So that's what we have. Oh, one more. I might use a bit of lilac. Again, this is purple with lots of white. So as I said before, all the paints are my own mixes. So this is the consistency, runs off the stick really smoothly, uninterrupted stream, but very runny. This is the only time I make terrible mess, so I am putting the painting above. This is ready. Now, how do I want my colors? I'm going to cover everything, so don't worry. The design will be gone, temporarily gone. I think this is also going to be quite dark. Oh, I love these colors. I love them. I always leave a bit just in case I need to adjust something and change. This is my lovely light blue. So I'm spreading my paints randomly, but I'm thinking which colors I want where. If you watched the last episode when I was making the Cosmos field and I was really struggling with the hairdryer, you know why I missed my own. So yes, this is my friend. But again, I'm just going to say, please, 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 please don't do it, because I'm so worried that somebody may get hurt. It gets hot, it may fall off, you can get cut. So let me start. Low setting. Alright, I'm quite happy with the colors. I'll just do the ends blowing with a straw perhaps. Look at all the mess I made. I'm expecting it to be much darker tomorrow, which is good. I do love the colors, however the flowers are going to be the main focal point and they're going to be lighter, so I don't mind a darker background. At the moment I'm happy with the overall color scheme, and see you tomorrow. It's going to be dry tomorrow. It's completely dry, and it was dry in the morning. I couldn't believe it. But actually, when you use a very thin layer of paint, the paint is diluted, and use a hairdryer, it just dries in no time. And how beautiful the colors are. The petals are quite dark, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to paint with white first, because I want my colors to be seen more. One layer, careful around the edges, midsection as well, because it's not going to be blue later on. I could use a bigger brush, but it's quite nice. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to say that I've seen so many works inspired by my glue gun and pouring techniques. I haven't posted while I was away, but I'll be posting them as I used to every Friday on my Instagram. They're absolutely amazing. So I wonder who's going to do this one first. Well, if you don't know, I actually am an art teacher, so it's just seeing that people want to, you know, create something. Watching my tutorial is absolutely wonderful. And thank you so much for actually watching all of them. I really, really appreciate it. I don't think I'm going to paint the leaves inside at the moment. I haven't decided what color I want. I probably will not make them green. If you're upset, I'm sorry. I think I'm going to do the buds. A few more minutes of painting and then I'll think about the colors. Testing it now on the petal and I'm liking it. And because there's white underneath, I can actually see the color well. Imagine me putting it on this dark blue. Very subtle, but a really pretty color. What do you think? What is it, baby pink? There's a hint of purple in it as well. I started painting the flowers and then I realized that I actually haven't done the glue gun sections. And I also thought, what if instead of gold, I will use silver? Silver will go really nicely with blue. However, I'm not sure if it's going to stand out so much. But if I don't try, I'll never know. This is my silver baby wipe, just to wipe it off, because I'm sure I'll make some mistakes. Probably have to do it twice. It will be different, but that's fine. I could use a brush, but you know how I like using my fingers. I will love the colors. These are my colors, people. Blues and silvers. But one piece of advice, don't take too much paint on the tip of your finger, because then you make all the background dirty. So sometimes I take some and I just make sure that I don't have too much. So I wipe the excess off. I'm going to continue and finish it pretty quickly, hopefully very quickly. Not as much purple as on my iris piece, of course, but that would be a really lovely matching pair, wouldn't it? To create some shadows, I am just going to use black with water. You can see that I'm not using too much, but it's enough to create some contrast. I'm going to do it all over, but if it's too much, I'm just taking a bit off. Some shadows on the leaves as well, and I think that's enough. As you've noticed, I am not putting as much black on the left side. I've decided which one is the lit up side and which one is the one in the shadow. I'm using pearl white as a metallic color. It's semi-transparent, so we can still see the pink underneath. Did I say which color this is? This is pearl pink, and that's this kind of pink peach mixture. But I think I'm going also to use pearl rose quartz, which is a more, this one I call peachy pink. So I am imagining that those petals are darker from underneath. Now see this rose quartz. I wasn't satisfied with the color, so I am adding on top a little bit of pearl lilac, and now I like it. I was thinking how to finish the central part, and then I remembered I ordered these, and well, maybe we can use them. So what if I glue these here? I think that will look quite interesting. I'm not sure if I leave them so shiny or cover them with silver paint, but I like it. So let's just stick them on. I'll drop a tiny bit of glue here and then drop the little pearl. That will make more sense probably. It's only to keep them quite stable at the moment, because I'm putting resin anyway, so they will be all stuck. I just don't want them to move once I apply resin. I could also drop them once the resin is setting. I like to plan it first, so see how I like them. Time for resin. I'm going to use a really small amount. So I actually am going to use a spoon of resin and spoon of hardener. It's 1:1. Please always use gloves when you work with resin, and use a respirator. I'm sure that's more than enough. And now I'm going to mix it well for 3-4 minutes, scraping all the edges and the bottom. Have to make sure 2 ingredients combine. I always use gloves when I work with resin. However, I've got just 1 spoon and I'm not going to get dirty, so I can control it. That's why it's easier for me. very small amount on a stick, and I'm filling all the sections. Now you know why all those areas are enclosed. I didn't want to risk any resin dripping onto the background. I'm very careful. I do want a dome, but I don't want anything to drip outside. Can you see all the air bubbles? Now I'll show you how they disappear. This is a chef's blowtorch. I love this. And I'm going to repeat it in 15 minutes. See how nicely embedded the beads are. The bubbles are gone now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover it so that no dust will get into my flowers. And there we are, another piece in my glue gun and pouring series, and I seriously don't know which one is my favorite. Let me know yours in the comments. I have a new video each week, so consider subscribing if you haven't, and don't forget that the original is for sale on my website. And almost all of my pieces in the series are sold out, so grab it quick. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all your support. See you all next week.